Good morning everyone, this is As Mohammad Khan and I welcome you in today's class. In our previous class student, we have discussed about the important characteristics of kingdom Animalia. According to those characteristics student, we can classify kingdom Animalia into different phylums. And today we will discuss about the three important phylums student. First is Porifera, second is Coelenterata, third is Ctenophora. These are the phylum student, and most of the living organisms of these phylums are aquatic in nature, means they are found in aquatic habitat. And which type of aquatic habitat they are found? They are found in marine aquatic habitat. With this, they are diploblastic in nature, means they have only two germinal layers in them, ectoderm and endoderm. They have only two germinal layers. These are their similar characteristics, means they are diploblastic. First phylum is Porifera student. With the help of this word you can understand that Porifera means it is the group of the living organisms that have pores in their body. And this phylum have 5,000 species student. It includes 5,000 species, and these living organisms that are found in the Porifera are commonly known as sponges. What we call them? Sponges student. And they have the pores in their body, and those pores are known as ostia student. What we call them? Ostia, means they have the small pores, and with the help of those pores the water is entered inside their body, and with the help of that water they take the food, they do the circulation in their body, and with this they also do the respiration. So all the important function they do with the help of ostia, means with the help of the small holes that they have in their body. And mostly they have the exoskeleton, and their exoskeleton is made up of calcium carbonate. Next is student, their sexes are not separate, means male and female are found together. Male organ or the cells, female sex organs are found together, and this type of structure is known as hermaphrodites. With this they have both type of reproduction, sexual as well as asexual. Both type of reproduction they have. For the sexual reproduction, there is male gametes and the female gametes are produced, and they are fused together, and after the fusion the zygote is formed, and that zygote is developed into embryo, and from that embryo the new sponges are formed or developed. Like this, they also have asexual reproduction student. And which mode of asexual reproduction they have? They have fragmentation student. Their body is divided into fragments, and from each fragment the new sponge is formed. And the example of these are Sycon and Euspongia. These are the examples of Porifera student. Now we come on the Coelentrates. Coelentrates is the group of the living organism, or we can say it is the phylum that have hollow space in their body, and due to that hollow space they are known as Coelentrates. And with this they are aquatic in nature, and which type of aquatic they are? They are marine aquatic, means mostly are found in marine aquatic habitat, but some are found in fresh water also student, like the hydra is found in the fresh water. With this it includes 11,000 species student. 11,000 species are found in the Coelenterata, and they have central gastrovascular cavity. Like they have the pores, but what they have the body cavity, and with the help of that body cavity they do all the function, student, like the digestion, circulation, and with this respiration. All the functions are done with the help of that gastrovascular cavity. And with this, student, their digestion is extra and intracellular. Now, what is the mean of extracellular and intracellular? If the digestion takes place inside the cell, then that digestion is known as intracellular. If the digestion takes place outside the cell, then that digestion is known as extracellular. So they have both type of digestion, extracellular as well as intracellular. Now, how do they do the extracellular digestion, student? They secrete the digestive juice outside their body, outside the cell, and with the help of those digestive juice, they digest the food outside from the cell, and that digestion is known as extracellular digestion. With this, student, they have the cylindrical and umbrella-like body. Umbrella-like body means they have the umbrella-like body, and with this, they have also the finger-like projection, large size finger-like projection, and with the help of that finger-like projection, they do the motion. Means they are mobile in nature. They move from one place to another, and with the help of that, they also know about the food that is found in their surrounding, and those finger-like projections are known as tentacles. Now we come on the next. There are many types of the ciliate, student. Like the first ciliate that you have read in your junior class, like Hydra. Hydra comes in the category of ciliate, student. Like this, Eurelia. Eurelia is also known as jellyfish. Jellyfish also come in this category. With this, Physalia, student, Physalia. It is also known as Portuguese man of war. Portuguese man of war. It is another name of this, Physalia. Like this, Adamsia. Adamsia. And after the Adamsia, there is Pennatula, student, Pennatula. It is known as sea pen, Pennatula, because it has the pen-like structure, Pennatula. So these are the ciliate, students, ciliates. Now we come on the next. Next group or next phylum is Ctenophora, student. Ctenophora. What is about the Ctenophora, student? They have the comb-like projections around their body, and with the help of those comb-like projections, they do the motion, or they are mobile in nature, and they are known as ctenophores. Means all the living organism that comes in the phylum Ctenophora are known as ctenophores. With this, they have the radial symmetry, student. Radial symmetry, like the Ciliate also have the radial symmetry, and Ctenophora have the radial symmetry. Means these are the two phylums that have the radial symmetry living organism. Radial symmetry having living organisms are found in these two phylums. But this group, Porifera, they have asymmetry, means their body is not symmetrical. We can't divide it into two equal parts. So which type of symmetry they have? They have radial symmetry. Means we can divide the body of this living organism from any plane. Next is have ciliated comb-like structure, and due to the presence of those ciliated comb-like structures, we put them in this phylum Ctenophora, and they are also diploblastic, student, but there are some are triploblastic also. So they have the three layers also, student: ectoderm, endoderm, and mesoderm. With this, they have the digestion is extra and intracellular like the coelenterate, means they digest the food outside from their cell or inside their cell. With this, their sexes are not separate like the coelenterate student. They means one living organism have both type of sex organs. That's why we can call them hermaphrodites, and they have only sexual reproduction. They don't have asexual. And the living organism that come in this phylum are Pleurobrachia and Ctenoplana. These are the examples of Ctenophora coelentrates, Ctenophora group students. So it is about the phylum Polyphera, Coelenterata and Ctenophora. Now you will write these important phylum in your notebooks, and you will also draw the diagram of one living organisms that belongs from this phylum. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day.